A lot of people think that the nuclear threat is something from the past, but right now the risk of nuclear weapons use is higher than ever. The Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, this group of scientists who estimate and research risk, say that the doomsday clock is 2 minutes to midnight. And we have not seen that since the Cuban Missile Crisis. But what is different to maybe the high risk during the Cold War is that now we have many more governments with nuclear weapons. We have a multipolar system where it's not just two blocks that are facing each other, but many different, also regional conflicts. And we have a new emergence of AI and cyber security that is really increasing the risk of use of nuclear weapons. So the risk is real. And what we really do know is that if we keep nuclear weapons forever, they will be used. Statistically, that's just going to happen. So what we really have to do now is act before it's too late. In terms of how nuclear weapons are governed, there's really two main problems. First, that there's very little public oversight of nuclear weapons. It's something that people don't think about anymore, don't really question the decisions that our governments are making on our behalf, don't question enough this insane theory of threatening to mass murder civilians as a form of security. So we really do need a lot more public involvement in this. And then also, of course, that it has been an issue that's been dominated by the nuclear armed states themselves. Only 9 states have them, and they are the ones who have been making all the decisions. But we know that when nuclear weapons are used, the consequences will spread across the borders, which means that this is something just like climate change. It will know no borders, it will cross the world and impact everyone. So everyone has a say in this. So in terms of the governance of these weapons, it really has to be a global governance. The solution to the nuclear weapons problem is really to first develop multilateral solutions to this problem, like the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons that ICAN led the push for. And really, that treaty has to involve everyone, countries from Africa, Asia, Latin America, Europe, North America. It has to be a global treaty that all governments can participate if they want to. But also, of course, the public has to get involved in this issue. And people have to question the policies, make this an issue that you talk about nationally, involve your local and national politicians, and really clearly communicate to our leaders that this is something we expect them to solve. I really hope that this conference will stimulate new ideas on how we look at weapons governance. For way too long, we've been focusing on the same governments, focusing on the P5, the permanent members of the Security Council, and thinking that their opinions and their behavior is the only thing that matters. But what we've heard here already in the beginning of this conference, and I'm excited about, is the role of technology, the role of financial institutions, the role of other states, regional work, the role of non-state actors like civil society, like we are in ICAN. And I think that's really the future of global governance. So I'm really excited to talk about these things more, and I'm hoping that we'll come out of this conference feeling much more confident about approaching new ways of solving old problems. To me, weapons governance is all about policies that protect the people. Not just our leaders and not just the military, but really protects and keeps the people safe and secure. So it is policies and strategies that look at the impact of weapons, look at the long-term sustainability of these kind of policies, and involves a transparent conversation and democratic open processes around weapons. So really it means that the public has to be aware and questioning the policies and talking about it openly in our societies.